UW360 is proudly supported by BECU, a not-for-profit member-owned credit union. Pacific Office Automation, copy, print, workflow, and IT. Problem solved.
Angela Jacobs was waiting tables in a Bellevue restaurant when she discovered something really interesting.
We were required to know the wine list, and so we'd have reps come in who would taste us on wine. And the bartender at the time was working up at Columbia Winery doing an apprenticeship, and I was just like, you can make wine?
She made her first batch of Pinot Noir in 2001.
Put the grape skins in there and let it go.
And she was hooked on winemaking. But at that point, it was only a hobby. She had college to finish and a different career path in mind.
So I went to the University of Washington for the express purpose of studying sciences, and kind of got funneled into chemistry, and the backup plan was pre-med. My grandfather wanted me to be a doctor, but I also knew that went really well with learning anything I needed to know about making wine.
After graduation, the call of winemaking couldn't be ignored. Angela spent a few years working for wineries in California, Oregon, and New Zealand, then returned to Washington and began making her own wine on a very small scale.
I was making it in a basement where I lived, where the temperature was 60 degrees, so it actually worked out really well.
Fast forward through an MBA at UW's Foster School, where Angela learned business skills to combine with her science background. Today, she's living her dream at Wine Girl Wines, her nano winery near Lake Chelan.
Well, no, I just sort of thought it would be everything I wanted out of life. It would be the creativity, the art, the science. It would be just, I could design my own labels, which I thought was amazing. I could, live out in the farm area and grow my own food. I was really into that.
Angela is one of a growing number of young people whose passion for the wine business is contributing real dollars to the economy of Washington State.
The Washington wine industry is an incredibly dynamic environment right now. The industry has doubled in size in just the past 5 years.
There are over 700 wineries in Washington, making it the nation's second largest premium wine producer. Between wine sales, wages paid, and wine tourism, the industry has an annual economic impact of $3 billion within the state and another $1.7 billion nationally. But for many winemakers, the business is about more than money.
I think most people choose it for the makeup of the lifestyle itself. It's a very passionate industry.
Well, the wine industry is great because it celebrates a lot of the fun parts of life. You get to celebrate food, you get to celebrate wine, you get to celebrate art, and they're all kind of interlinked.
10 years ago, John Blair's parents became involved with the Dunham family's wine business.
And one of the things I really love about wine is that it's got a nice balance of farming where you get to get your hands dirty during the day and you're out in the soil, and then at the end of the day you can clean up, dress up, and you have this amazing, beautiful product to enjoy at the end of the day.
In that time, Dunham Cellars grew from a 200 case per year winery to almost 20,000 cases a year.
There's a huge growth in the wine industry here in Walla Walla, and I got to witness that firsthand. And it always kind of played back and forth in my mind that I might one day end up in the business.
The retail and wholesale sales.
That day is coming soon, as the senior Dunhams and Blairs think about retirement.
Thank you.
When it's ready, and that's when you put the bottle. But
while Eric Dunham is the artist behind the wines, John is focused on growth. He's learning about winemaking while working toward a master's degree in business at the UW. Together, they have big plans.
We've got a good brand, so I think there's some pretty exciting growth prospects here, not only in the U.S., but also internationally. So my vision for the company is kind of taking this great foundation that's been established and going out and projecting that to other parts of the world.